All systems go. Cleared for takeoff.
What is going on, SHIPIT Nation? We are back with another MLB quick hit video for DraftKings and FanDuel on this Saturday, July 15th. And before we get going, let's talk about our sponsor of this show, Drafters Fantasy Sports. Head on over there now to Drafters and hit the deposit code SHIPIT to get 100% deposit bonus up to $100 to get in those best ball streets. We got the reigning champion over there, Titletown, $250K. Last year, they've upped the ante this year, $300K to the winner of that best ball draft. It's $20 to enter that contest. So head on over to drafters.com today and get in those best ball streets. Let's hop into it. It's a little bit different slate today. For the main slate, we have a 12-game slate on DraftKings. We have a 10-game slate on FanDuel. We will touch on the 10 games, and I'll talk a little bit about the 2 games that are DraftKings only. Won't spend too much time on that. But first things first, as always, let's talk about our top pitchers of the day. And let's start off with one of my favorite pitchers, Spencer Strider for the Atlanta Braves. Gets to face this Chicago White Sox team that is, I don't know, some have said they've quit on the season. They got shown up by Steven Matz on Sunday, had the All-Star break, and then Charlie Morton came out last night and dominated them for 7 innings against those White Sox. So Spencer Strider is going to be my SP1 on the day. He's striking out both sides of the plate, over 37%. There's nothing not to like about this guy. He is the highest priced pitcher on both sides, but he will get those strikeouts tonight. This White Sox team is scuffling. They get to play my favorite player, Tim Anderson, who's guaranteed to go at least 0 for 4 with multiple strikeouts. So Spencer Strider will be my SP1 on the evening. Now, for my second pitcher of the night, Pablo Lopez, getting to play these Oakland Athletics. Kenta Maeda, we had him last night as a core. He was a little hurtful. They took him out in the end of the 3rd inning for some reason, threw 80 pitches, didn't have his good stuff. But I'm going to Pablo Lopez tonight. Gets an upgraded ballpark, gets this watered-down Oakland A's lineup. What I like about Pablo Lopez, he's thrown 4 straight games of over 100 pitches, was absolutely scintillating his last time out against the Kansas City Royals. Gets a similarly terrible offense tonight in Oakland, and I really like him as my SP2. It'll be tough to jam those 2 in there. They are the highest price. Pitchers on DK, obviously only need 1 on FanDuel. Be a great pivot off Strider on FanDuel, but really like Pablo Lopez tonight facing this watered-down Oakland A's lineup. My third pitcher of the night that doesn't have the same amount of upside as these 2, in my opinion, as it relates to the K's, but I think he can go the distance and get a lot of points tonight. It's Framber Valdez playing this Los Angeles Angels lineup without Mike Trout, with an injured Shohei Ohtani. So if Shohei's out tonight, I even like Framber as a pivot off these 2 first pitchers even more. Framber is goes 6-7 innings seemingly every night, 100 pitches. You can pretty much lock him in for that. And I really like him, especially if Shohei Ohtani is out tonight. Really don't mind Framber as my SP3 if you were going to fade one of those other 2 on FanDuel, or if you wanted to pivot off one of those on DraftKings. Certainly don't mind that. Let's talk about a low-run pitcher that I'm higher on tonight than I normally am, and that's one Kyle Gibson, who before the All-Star break on Sunday had an amazing start against the Twins. He's been doing really well the last several starts. I've really been picking on him actually this year, but he struggles more versus left-handed hitters than right-handed hitters, and lo and behold, the Marlins have 6 right-handed hitters in their projected lineup tonight. So if that does hold true, 6 or 7 right-handed hitters tonight in their lineup, I'm going to pivot to Kyle Gibson to get some of these bats in there. He's $6K on DraftKings. I wouldn't get there on FanDuel, but certainly don't mind Kyle Gibson if we can get 6+ Marlins in the lineup. He's been striking out 33% of right-handed hitters over the last 30 days, and we've been picking on this Marlins team all year. We're not big believers in this Marlins team, so I don't mind Kyle Gibson. So let's just recap that. My SP1 on the slate is going to be Spencer Strider. SP2 going to be Pablo Lopez. My third pitcher, Framber Valdez. And then my lower-owned pitcher that I like tonight is Kyle Gibson. let's move into the top stacks tonight. And when I was diving through these stacks, there's not a lot that I like. I'll be honest with you. So it's really tough to find some good quality stacks tonight. We do have a lot of good pitchers. A lot that I didn't even touch on, and so I'm not going to pick on those guys. So I have 4 stacks written down, and I'll give you to them 1, 2, 3, not necessarily that order because I could poke holes in all of them. But so I'll start with the San Francisco Giants. Going to be a lower owned stack, but I think they're one of the top 3 stacks on the slate. Absolutely, get to face Johan Oviedo, who just doesn't strike anybody out. Strikes out below 20% for both sides of the plate. Left-handed hitters are really having a ton of power against him, especially on his fastball and slider. And the Giants have a lot of left-handed hitters that have some power, in my opinion. Lamonte Wade leading off, Jock Peterson at the top of the lineup, Michael Conforto, Yastrzemski if he's in the lineup, Patrick Bailey is a switch hitter and will be back for the left-handed side tonight. So give me those San Francisco Giants as a lower-owned stack that's going to be in my top 3. The number 2 stack that I want to talk about, and I got to go back to Coors Field. Nades and I were off the Yankees last night, and I certainly think it's okay to fade the Yankees tonight in tournaments, but they will be popular again. There's an 11.5 run total in that game. And Connor Seabold, man, oh man, he is not any good. I could probably rival Connor Seabold on the mound and giving up long balls. Giancarlo Stanton tonight is going to go deep again. Nades was all over that last night. And I think Giancarlo Stanton goes yard again tonight against Connor Seabold, who is not any good. Josh Donaldson profiles very well. But the New York Yankees will be my number 2 stack on the evening in the thin air out there in Colorado. Number 3 stack is going to be the St. Louis Cardinals going up against Cole Irvin. Cole Irvin, another guy that I've been picking on all season long. Jake Irvin, not Cole Irvin. Jake Irvin for these Washington Nationals. And I think it's somebody we can pick on. I love to pick on guys that don't have a lot of strikeout upside that are playing power teams. And I think this Cardinals team is a power team. They can go deep with the best of them. Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt, Lars Nootbaar went deep last night. Nolan Gorman has some pop if he doesn't strike out. So I think this Cardinals team can put the bat on the ball against Jake Irvin. He's not going to strike him out. And I do like them as my 3rd favorite stack of the night. And coming in for my low-owned stack, which I think will be very, very low-owned, is these Seattle Mariners going up against the All-Star, nevertheless. In Lorenzen out there in Detroit. Really like righty on righty against Michael Lorenzen and give me the righties mainly for these Mariners. Ty France, who got thrown out last night on an absolute horrific call by the home plate umpire, like Ty France, like Teoscar Hernandez, like Julio Rodriguez. Really like these righties tonight. Would sprinkle in some of the lefties as well if you were going to full stack this Mariners team. So just to recap, my stacks on the night: San Francisco Giants, New York Yankees, St. Louis Cardinals, and my low-owned stack of the evening is going to be the Seattle Mariners. So let's talk about some of the top hitters, and we'll go right to the stacks and some of the top hitters that I like. Number 1, I mentioned him early, Patrick Bailey, batting in the 5-hole. Really like him. He's not going to get pitch hit for. We know the Giants are notorious for pitch hitting, but he bats lefty, he bats righty, so very little or minimal pitch hit risk with Patrick Bailey. Really like his power from the left-handed side of the plate. Like once again, I said it, Johan Oviedo can't strike anybody out. Under 20% to the left-handed side. So give me Patrick Bailey as my top-ranked Giant hitter in the stack. Number 2, Giancarlo Stanton. Man, oh man, he hit a missile last night in the first inning. Those that backed the Yankees thought he was gonna ship everything, hitting that 2-run bomb in the first inning, but they went silent. Nades and I nailed it. No Yankees for us last night. Faded them on the 13-game slate. I think you can fade them again in tournaments tonight, but you'll need to have Giancarlo Stanton for sure. I'll personally be fading the Yankees on my 3 teams tonight. Coming in number 3, Julio Rodriguez. Man, he put on a show in that first round of the Home Run Derby. 41 bombs in the first round, then cooled off. I thought for sure he was going to win it from his hometown fans. But I like him tonight, batting in that 2-hole. I think he goes yard again tonight against Michael Lorenzen. Give me Julio Rodriguez batting in that 2-hole for those Seattle Mariners. And one guy that I want to talk about as a one-off, he's not in one of the top stacks, but Byron Buxton. Facing this Oakland A's team, Hogan Harris, left-handed pitcher. Byron Buxton can really hit left-handed pitching. He could really hit Hogan Harris's pitches. I do like Byron Buxton to go deep tonight and take him deep as my one-off low-owned Byron Buxton. So just to recap, Patrick Bailey, Julio Rodriguez, Giancarlo Stanton, and my one-off is going to be Byron Buxton. All right, that'll do it for us over here at SHIPIT Nation for this quick hit video. Make sure you're liking it. Make sure you're subscribing it. We just got to 2K subscribers. Hoop, Tambo, going to be giving away some free memberships, annual memberships on the Tuesday golf show. So make sure you're tuned into that. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. We're keeping on going. And as always, let's get that double dong call of the day down in the comments of this video. My double dong, I'm going back to Coors Field. Giancarlo Stanton's my double dong of the day. Put your double dong comment in the comment section below for a free $100 over at drafters.com. That'll do it for today. For ShipItNation.com, for drafters.com. I'm Hamwich. I'll see you at the top of the leaderboards.